How will power gravitate into the hands of those who control information? Through the internet, through wireless networks, through smart grids, smart devices, and smart meters, to monitor and control the personal behavior of every citizen in the grid. How has the role of harnessing the minds of human resources shaped the 20th and now the 21st centuries? This single pattern emerges from all the seeming chaos. The role of science, as juxtaposed to the mind, has not been used to help individuals. Rather, at every turn, at every discovery's emergence, knowledge is being used to restrain individuals. Learned helplessness is just one example.
And so in the 1970s, they discovered through these experiments with dogs that if you put a dog, or two groups of dogs in a situation, one group of dog, they had control over when they were being shocked. They could use their nose and hit a panel and stop the shock. And another group of dogs, they had the equal amount of shocks, but they no matter what they did, they couldn't control the stoppage of shocks. They discovered this phenomenon called learned helplessness, and that the dogs that who had no control over stopping their shocks, they would become passive and depressed, and that when you put them in another task where all the dogs actually had control over stopping their shock by kind of jumping over this short barrier, the dogs that had learned helplessness, in other words, the dogs in the previous experiment who had learned that there was nothing that they can do to stop their pain, they did not bother trying. National elections is not equal to democracy. Democracy means you really have some power over things that affect your life, okay? But when Americans think that their democracy equals national elections, and they go and they have senseless wars and corporate control with a Republican in office like George W., and they think, well, we're going to stop these senseless wars and corporate control, and we're going to go and vote for Obama, this Democrat, and they get, what do they get? Senseless wars and corporate control. And so there's a kind of learned helplessness that sinks in there.
How